I am Sposure, a celibate Buddhist monk, a movie star, a stockbroker, funk dancer, loco essay, plumbing contractor, and exorcist. I can do what doctors only dream of, what psychiatrists try to do but only dream of with strangers, and what sermonology tries to do by removing Zentorge. I can liberate you from all the things that come from hell and Reseda. Sickness, mental syphilis, drug addiction, multiple personality, side-spurling, and sin. By the way, I'm not only the founder of the one-day crash course miracle, but I'm also a eunuch. I am Sposure. I don't work by the clock, so don't talk about clocks. You will enjoy a fresh glass of RC Cola with me as I aid you in finding your lost socks. You will sing and dance and devise an espionage novel, but it will not sell. You will become spiritual as we bow before my velvet Elvis. Priceless. Don't question my integrity. Elvis will construct a chemical exchange for your soul. Now, this is not auto-hypnosis, but healing through extensive cosmetic surgery. You may, when free, pay off all of your credit cards and stir your bowels for security and employment. Consider buying a 7-Eleven. Now, this is not programming. But what if it was? What would you do? I would like you now to meet a very special person. A person who up until recently was very confused. Meet Chet Face.
It was a rough time in my life. My cat had the runs. I had roaches in my briefs. TJ Hooker suddenly wasn't on anymore. That's when I heard about Sposure. At first, I'd only known of him from his classic films Rectagon and Rectagon 2. Oh, and Journey to the Bottom of Gastrophia. Although those films had deeply moved me, I had no idea my film idol was going to become my God and liberator. It was 3 a.m. I'd come home drunk from an all-night party full of guns and prostitutes. I turned on the television. I saw Sposure. When I heard he was an exorcist, I immediately picked up the phone and called his 24-hour hotline. A Sposure representative hooked me up directly to Sposure himself. I couldn't believe it. I was really talking to Sposure.
Oftentimes I'll be there at the phone offices at Sposure Communications, and I'll just pick up the phone and say, "Hi, this is Buck." That's how I met Chet. He had called in and told me that he needed an exorcism done and he needed a movie star to do it. Well, I told him I was willing to give it all that I got. "Come on," I said, "Chet, let's exercise."
He told me what political candidate to vote for. He let me brush his big dog dick. It wasn't long before he liberated me from all the things that come from hell. And man, can he dance!
I send you love, so phone me. You'll feel pure once again, and perhaps you may even recall a past life in which you died deep in debt, and you owe money to the past, to a certain someone. I want you to pay that certain someone back through me, Sposure. Call me for peace and information if the UFOs don't intervene. And get ready to receive a hot shaft of wisdom. You may then decide to go to college or the Alamo. You will develop good credit, and you won't forget how you did it. I am Buck Sposure. By the way, I also lost a kneecap in Saigon. Don't hate me because I'm a war veteran. Remember, I love to dance. You will learn to appreciate polka and perhaps play the clarinet. And you'll play what I tell you to as I free you from all of your demonic possessions. And the biggest demon in your life and all our lives, money. I want to reach deep down into your possessions and remove that demon all for one and once and for all. I am Buck Sposure. So call me 1-900-555-BUCK.
Sposure representatives are standing by now to take your reservations for Buck's one-day crash course miracle.
So enjoy living again through me, Buck Sposure.
You may smoke or drink moderately during the rebirth.